Hi everyone, I'm Trish Ann, and this is a beginner's yoga class. I'm going to put some music on here. Um, I'm going to take a few minutes and just wait for people to come in, get connected. I'm playing a special song. Maybe you can hear it, hopefully. Tonight's class, maybe it's a little too loud. Tonight's class is it's a beginner's class, but we're going to have a focused intention. But before I begin, I want to encourage you to get any props that you might need. If you have blocks, blocks are great. I've got my blocks here. If you have a bolster, grab that. If you don't have a bolster, then you can use a blanket or a beach towel that's rolled up. That's just going to be for you to use under your knees, maybe under your feet, cover up at the end in Shavasana. Or to sit under at the beginning if you don't have a bolster, and I really encourage you to get something to sit on, because we are going to take a few minutes to warm up with our stretches seated. And the bolster, I did not get my own bolster and really nice blanket, yoga blanket and yoga bolster until this past year. And I don't know what in the world I was thinking by not giving myself these tools and these things that are really nice for my yoga practice. I practiced for about 7 years, and I just got this last year. So I know how to use different kinds of blankets and rolled up towels and different kinds of pillows and stuff to sit on, because I had to do that a lot. Anyway, grab those things if you have them, and then come to seated. So the song that I'm playing is Peace Train by Cat Stevens. And I've used this before. It's been a while. It was in the fall last year, I think, that I used it for one of my yoga classes. And it was for, oh gosh. And it was for the class that I'm doing now. I think this one's a little bit different structure, but it was for the class Ahimsa, which is do no harm. So I really thought that Cat Stevens' song Peace Train kind of spoke to that, doing no harm, leading with peace, leading with love in your heart, and things will actually turn out a little bit better when you do things leading with your heart. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I feel like I'm talking over it. But so to me, doing yoga is not the only part of yoga. For me, yoga is about developing myself physically so that I can develop my spiritual growth. And in yoga, a lot of our practice is about focus. It is about strength, but it's also about focus and coming into the moment and being in the moment. And those are the tools that we need in order to grow spiritually. And so that's an important part to me, and I like to share it. I don't want to burden you with it or give you too much information, but so tonight, Ahimsa is one of the yamas. The yamas and the niyamas are what are used to guide us so that we can behave in a way that will enhance our spiritual growth. And I liken them to the 10 Commandments, because a lot of them are the same as the 10 Commandments. They're said a little bit differently, and the words that are behind it are Sanskrit, and so it's just not English, but basically it's a guide on being good to yourself, being good to others, not lying, stealing, cheating, all of these things. But in yoga, it's taken a little bit deeper. So anyway, ahimsa is the first yama, and it is do no harm. It means nonviolence, non-force, doing things, leading with love and peace in your heart. Even if these things that you're going to do are going to be painful for somebody, you know you're going to hurt somebody, but you need to do it anyway. If you do it with love, the outcome will be very different. So anyway, I'm encouraging that because of the things that we're experiencing right now, and a lot of the hate that is being spewed about the way things are being handled with the pandemic, and it's hard. So I'm just going to encourage ahimsa, and that's also going to mean in your practice tonight for you to take care of yourself, do no harm, don't push yourself to a limit that you should not be pushing yourself to. So I'm going to pause this. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So come to seated, because before we do this, we're going to do a breath work. And if you are in my class, you know that I often, most frequently, I will lead with the breath work 4-4-4. And tonight, I'm actually going to do something different. And it's Nadi Shadhana, Nadi Shadhana. I'm going to turn this heater thing off because it's getting really hot in here and it's dimming my lights. So this is an alternate breathing technique. And the reason that it is helpful and that people do it is it helps to align the flow of the energy that moves through the body. And so I thought we could use that tonight, some alignment, some realignment, some energy being channeled in a good way. So we're going to do Nadi Shadhana first. And I'm going to put a little music in the background just so, oh, sorry. I wonder why that jumped. Sorry, this is just not doing what I wanted to. Okay. There we go. Things are delayed. It's really funny. There we go. I'm not sure why things are acting so fussy. I just did this and they were fine. Okay. So, technical things. Come to seated, and please make sure that you're comfortable in your seat. I'm going to actually take my glasses off. Come to seated, and to do this breath work, Nadi Shadhana, we're going to just use our right hand, and you're going to use the first two fingers on the right hand, the pointer finger and the middle finger, and you're going to gently place them in the middle of your forehead. I'm going to turn my head so that you can see where it goes. But anywhere here. And you don't really have to place it there, but it's a little easier to do this practice if you place your fingertips here. And then you're going to use your right thumb to press on the right nostril. And then when you release that, you're going to use your ring finger to press on the left nostril. So I'll demonstrate first what we're going to do. So we're going to hold our fingers here. We're going to inhale with the we're going to inhale with the right nostril closed. So you're going to press on the right nostril and then inhale through the left, and then close the left nostril and open the right and exhale. So get situated, get your two fingers on your forehead, close your right nostril, and then inhale, close the left, and exhale through the right. And then inhale right. Close the nostril and exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Now softly close the eyes. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. One more time. Inhale left. Close and exhale right. Release the hands. Softly open the eyes. And just come back to normal breathing. Take a breath in and pull the shoulders up, and then exhale, release, roll it back down. Nothing fancy, no fancy breathing here. Come into the room that you're in. Pull the shoulders up again on an inhale and roll them back down on an exhale. Just settling into the room, to the space that you're in, to the practice, sharing the energy that we're all sharing here as we come to Zoom together, and reach out to each other over the energy of the universe. Take a deep breath in. Shoulders come up a little bit higher this time. Hold them when you get to the top. And exhale, release. Take a deep breath in. The arms come up wide, all the way to the top. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale in, arms up. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale in, arms up. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath here, deep, deep breath. On the exhale, tilt the head forward, pressing the chin towards the chest. Take another breath in. On the exhale, see if you can move the chin a little bit closer to the chest. Feel the stretch across the shoulders and stretching down the spine from the neck. Inhale in again. And exhale, coming back, gaze forward. Take a breath in, the arms come up wide. This time on the exhale, you're gonna reach out to the right. You're just gently gonna tap as you exhale, pressing over with the left hand, and then inhale, back up, palms together, exhale over to the other side. Same thing, you're just gonna tap and stretch, inhale, back up, and exhale over to the right. This time you're gonna plant your hand firmly, bend your elbow as you stretch, reaching out as far as you can. Now remember to press that left hip down. Take another breath in here and exhale here. Inhale up and exhale over to the other side. Same thing, plant that hand, bend the elbow, stretch, reaching all the way over to the left with the right hand, straightening the elbow if you can, pressing the right hip down into the mat, into the bolster, into the blanket. Inhale, back up, exhale over to the right. Same thing, plant the hand, bend the elbow, stretch out, reaching over. Inhale in again, this time pull the left thumb and the left shoulder back, rotating the rib cage open. Gaze goes up towards the heavens. Take another breath in here and exhale here. Inhale, roll back over, and exhale, bring the right hand up to meet the left. Inhale, reaching towards the sky, lift the rib cage as you're reaching, and on the exhale, release the left hand over to the left side. Plant the hand, bend the elbow, stretching all the way out. Make sure to press that right hip down into the mat, into the blanket, the bolster. Inhale, pull the right thumb and the right shoulder back, rolling the rib cage up. Heart radiates towards the heavens. Take a breath in here and exhale here. Inhale, roll back over. Exhale, bring the left hand up to meet the right. Inhale, pulling all the way up. Lift the rib cage. Gaze goes towards the heavens. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands come up halfway. Turn the palms over towards the floor. Exhale, reaching over to the left with the right hand to the left knee. The left hand comes all the way around to the back side, to the right, or you can make a little tent with your fingers and put it behind you. Either one, make sure that you're lifting the spine up straight as you're in this twist. Take another breath in here and exhale. See if you can pull the left shoulder back a little bit more. Maybe you're just holding in place. That's okay. Practice a handstand. Listen to your body. Don't overdo it. Do no harm. Inhale, twisting to the front, arms up. Exhale, twisting over to the right. Left hand to the right knee, the right hand around to the left side, or twist or as a tent behind you. Either way, pull the spine, lifting with the crown. Take a breath in here and exhale here, pulling a little deeper into the twist if you can. Inhale in. On the exhale, come all the way around to the front. Now we're going to come to tabletop. And in tabletop, after we get into tabletop, we're going to do our core balance and our cat-cow spine flexions to kind of warm up the spine. So you can move your blanket under your knees if you like. You can move it off the mat. Clear everything off the mat, but bring your knees underneath your hips. And your hands, your fingers are going to be very wide apart on the mat. And when you press your hands into the mat, you're going to press into all four corners of the palms of the hands. You're even going to press the knuckles into the mat, the pads of the fingers pressing into the mat. And when you press this fully into the hand, it's going to take a lot of the pressure off of the wrists. So fingers are wide, the wrists are underneath the shoulders, and the knees are underneath the hips, hip width apart. The tops of the feet are flat on the mat. If your feet bother you, you can put your blanket back there so that your feet have something to rest on. Take a breath in. On the inhale, the pelvic floor is going to roll up. The belly's going to drop. The crown of the head pulls upward, face forward into cow pose. Exhale. Pull the belly in. The crown of the head slowly comes down, the chin towards the chest, arching the back in cat pose. Inhale in, belly drops, crown of the head comes up. And exhale, pull the belly in, crown of the head comes down last, chin to chest, arching the back. Inhale in, belly drops, pelvic floor rolls up, faces forward, pressing into all four corners of the palms of the hands, pressing away from the mat, but fully touching, fully connecting with your mat. Exhale, pull the belly in, crown of the head comes down, chin to chest. Arching the back, take a breath here. And then exhale, come back to neutral. And we're going to stretch the right leg out first. Curl the toes under, you're going to rock back and forth. We've been sitting, our knees maybe are a little stiff. And we're going to stretch those muscles out in the calf. You're going to reach out with the right hand. Keep the fingertips on the mat to start. Now, if lifting your arm and your leg at the same time, alternate arms, sorry, I have the wrong hand out. You're going to move your left hand forward. The right leg is back, so it's alternating. But if it's hard for you to lift both like this, just keep the hand down and lift the leg. You'll get a lot more work that way. And if your balance is off at all, that might be the case. Not only is this a core strengthener, but we're working on our balance with this. We don't always have to be standing to work on our balance. Take a breath in. On the inhale, lift the arm, lift the leg. Your foot is flexed, so the toes are pointing towards the mat. Exhale, pull the elbow into the knee, arching the back. Inhale, back up, flexing the foot. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, up. And exhale, elbow to knee. Take a breath in here. Exhale, come back to neutral. Switch sides. So the left leg goes out, curl the toes under. The right hand comes forward. We're just going to gently rock back and forth at first. And again, if you need to leave that hand on the mat, that's fine. Inhale in, lift the hand, lift the leg, flex the foot. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale up and exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale up and exhale, elbow to knee. Arching the back, take a breath in here. Exhale, release everything back to tabletop. Now we're going to move our hands one handprint forward because we're setting up to go into downward facing dog. You can go into downward facing dog by just lifting one leg at a time, or you can pull forward on your inhale and lift all at once. Take a breath in and pull forward. Exhale, lift into downward facing dog. Pedal it out. That just means you're going to bend the right knee, straighten the left. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. And each time you do, you're going to press the heel all the way down. It doesn't have to touch the mat. Maybe open the feet up a little bit wider. Come to a place of stillness. And then pressing forward into all four corners of the palms of the hands. Lift the hips a little bit higher. This is a great hip opener. We're building strength in the upper body, but we're also opening the hips. Bend the knees, look towards the top of the mat. Slowly walk your feet to the top of the mat and exhale, fold. Now this is a good time to get your block if you like using your block. If you have a block, just grab it, put it in front of your toes, and you can bring the floor up to you. My hair is doing something weird. Bend the knees a little bit as you fold into this fold, bringing the upper body closer to the knees, closer to the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. For your halfway lift, you can use your shins, you can use your block, you can use your thighs, but you're going to lift up, and then you're going to pull forward with the heart, leading with the heart, and then press the shoulders back. As you press the shoulders back and down, that's going to give you that flat back. Your head is going to be lifted to come up into this position. Then you can relax the head, and the neck can come into alignment with the spine as you gaze straight down at your mat. Take another breath in here. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Reverse swan dive all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Coming to the center of your mat. I feel like my hair did something really weird with this clip. And we're going to come into crescent. Inhale in, the arms come all the way up. Palms together at the top. As you reach the palms together at the top, you're going to clasp your fingers, but you're going to have some pointer fingers to help you lift a little higher. So inhale in, pulling all the way up. Lift the rib cage as you pull up. On the exhale, you're going to gently tilt over to the right. Inhale up, lifting as high as you can, pulling the rib cage up. Exhale over to the left. It's as if you're between two plates of glass, so you can't move forward. So you don't want to roll forward or roll back. You want to have a nice clean tilt over to each side. Inhale up, exhale over to the right. Inhale up and exhale over to the left. This is a core strengthener as well as you're working on your balance. It's not a lot of work for the balance, but it does take a little bit of balance to do this. Inhale up, exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do a standing twist. So to do a standing twist, you want to soften your knees a little bit. I typically just, as I go into the twist, I'll soften them a little bit, especially if it's at the beginning of a practice. It just helps to keep from catching anything in the knees. So take a breath in, the arms come up overhead. On the exhale, you're going to reach forward with your right as you twist to the left, and then the left arm is going to come around behind. Take a deep breath in here, and exhale here. Inhale in again, and as you exhale, see if you can pull the left shoulder back just a little bit further. Now you want to keep the hip points pointing towards the front, and you're just twisting the torso. If you're only, it's a twist is a twist. So if you're holding your twist in a certain point and you feel like you can't go any further, then practice ahimsa and don't go any further. We've all got different rates of flexibility. Inhale, arms come up, and then twist to the front, and then exhale over to the right side. I was gonna just twist over to the right. I was gonna see if I could move myself so that you could see me in this twist a little bit differently, but it's not gonna work, so maybe like this. Take a deep breath in and exhale. See if you can move a little deeper into the twist. So maybe you can see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to keep my hip points pointing towards the front, and I'm trying to twist from the upper part of my body. My knees are a little bit soft. Take a deep breath in here and exhale. Inhale in, and on the exhale, the arms come all the way up, coming back to front. Exhale, hands to heart. Coming back to the top of the mat. Take a deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, leading with the heart, all the way down. Head comes down last. Now this forward fold should feel a little bit different than the first one that you did. Take a breath in here and exhale a little bit deeper. Feel that stretch along the back of the hips. You can use your hands against your calves and pull in a little bit if that feels good. If it doesn't, then just fold a little bit to wherever you feel good. But let the head hang loose. Let the head relax. Inhale, halfway lift. You can use your shins, pulling up, leading with the heart. The heart leads for everything that we do. Pulling the shoulders back and down so that you go into that flat back. And then relax the head. The gaze looks straight down at the mat. The neck aligns with the spine. Take a breath in here. And exhale, fold. Plant the hands, stepping back into high plank or low plank, but we're going right into downward facing dog. So exhale into downward facing dog. Again, pedal it out, rocking the feet back and forth. Come to a place of stillness, and then bend the knees a little bit and lift the hips a little bit higher. Let the head be a little bit loose here. Let it hang relaxed. Take a breath in here, exhale here. Move the weight into the left foot. Take an inhale and lift the right foot into three-legged dog. Exhale right back down, bringing the right foot to the mat. Inhale, lift the left foot all the way up into three-legged dog. Exhale, release that foot as well. Bend the knees, look towards the top of the mat, and slowly walk to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Let the head hang loose here. Gently nod your head yes. Rock the head no, ever so gently. Inhale, halfway lift, pulling up, pushing the shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive all the way up. Palms together, exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath in, arms come up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands, stepping back into plank. We're coming all the way down for cobra. So you can go to the knees and lower down from the knees, or you can lower from high cobra. Take a breath in, pull forward, exhale, lower, all the way down. Forehead kisses the mat. Your hands should be right near your shoulders. Inhale up into baby cobra. Now baby cobra, coming up into baby cobra, be careful not to lift your head all the way up. You want to keep the chin tucked, and you're holding just the upper part of the body up. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale up into tabletop, exhale into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look towards the top of the mat. Slowly walk to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Now, if you have a block and you need to use your block to roll forward, we're going to do a little bit of a balance practice, and then we're going to do a forward fold twist. So grab your block if you want, or you can just use the floor. Either way, whatever works for you. You can use your hand and press it against your thigh to do this if you need to as well. So we're going to roll forward, lift the heels up off the mat, and then roll back, lifting the toes and the balls of the feet off, and then coming back to your center of gravity. Plant the hand, the right hand, on the block, which is in front of the toes, or just on the mat, or you can just use your toes or press your hand against your shin. We're just going to do a quick twist, a forward fold twist. Take a breath in. On the exhale, roll the left shoulder open. The arm comes all the way up into a twist, forward fold twist. Take a breath in here. Exhale, release. Plant the left hand. Inhale in. On the exhale, open the right side up. The right arm comes all the way up. The right shoulder goes back. Pull that left knee in. I'm sure it's trying to pop out. Take a breath in. Exhale, release. Let the head hang loose. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant the hand. We're going to step back into plank. We're going down to cobra again. Pull forward on your inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift into high cobra this time. So this is a little bit of a back bend. And if this pinches in the back and doesn't feel good at all, then stay in a lower cobra, or you can stay in baby cobra. You're still going to work a lot to hold this baby cobra. Otherwise, you can come up into a back bend, and you feel this stretch all the way down the abdomen, the front of the belly, the torso is getting a good stretch. Take a breath in here. Exhale. Another inhale in, and on the exhale, pull back into tabletop and then into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look towards the top of the mat, and slowly make your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Let the head hang loose. Gently rock the head yes, and rock the head no. Yes or no. Bend the knees. We're going to come forward into chair pose on our right. So our arms are going to come forward as we inhale up, all the way up. On the exhale, then you're going to sit back in your chair, Uttanasana. Take another breath in here. On the exhale, see if you can lower a little bit deeper. Your arms can be straight out if you want, or down. If you're feeling a pinch in your shoulders, you can keep your arms at whatever level you need to have them at. Inhale in, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Reverse swan dive all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Going to move into our warriors. So bring the hands to the hips to start. I'm going to step back with the right foot. The heel is going to stay up off the mat. So we're coming into crescent first. High lunge. Take a breath in. The arms come up overhead. Scoot your feet around so that your front knee is bent and your back heel is lifted. Exhale, press that back heel down and sink into your high lunge, crescent lunge. And you can create a little more of a back bend and pull up, set your gaze up, or you can just keep the gaze straight and hold it here. This is a hefty workout, just like this, and you're working on your balance. Moving into warrior two, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, rotate that back foot around so the heel comes down on the mat, right hand back, left hand forward. You might have to adjust. So your weight is on the outside of that back foot. The front knee is pressing open and not collapsing in. It's right behind the toes. Check the alignment of your arms. Make sure they're in alignment with each other. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Turn the palms up. Inhale in, reaching forward. On the exhale, pulling up. That right hand comes down and the left hand comes all the way up into peaceful warrior. Take another deep breath in here and exhale back into warrior two. Inhale in, floating into warrior one. So on the inhale, stepping that right foot up, the right arm comes up, the right heel goes down, scoot your feet around, exhale, sink into warrior one. So your right foot should be pointing towards the right hand corner of your mat, heel on the mat. Take another deep breath in here. On the exhale, bring the hands to the hips. The right foot steps up to meet the left. Other side. Take a deep breath in, arms come up overhead. On the exhale, we're going to step back with the left foot, reach back with the left hand into our warrior two. Oh no, step back up to the top. I forgot we were doing this with a lunge in between. So take a deep breath in, reaching up, exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Now stepping back with the left foot, you're going to stay in high lunge. So that back heel is going to be up off the floor. Your front knee is going to be bent. Take a breath in, the arms come up overhead. Exhale, sink, pressing that left heel down towards the mat. Your weight comes straight down over your center of gravity. You can do a back bend or not. Take a deep breath in here and exhale here. Now we're going to go into warrior two. So take a breath in. On the exhale, the right hand comes forward, left hand back. Pivot that back foot around so the heel comes down onto the mat. Pressing that right foot open, right knee open behind the right toes. The weight on the back foot is going to be on the outside of that foot, not the arch. Check the alignment of your arms, making sure they're properly aligned. Set your gaze out over the right fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders, turn the palms up. Take a breath in, pulling forward. Exhale, reaching up with the right hand and back with the left hand into peaceful warrior. Take another breath in here and exhale here. Inhale in, exhale back into warrior two. We're going to set up to move into warrior one. So take a breath in. On the inhale, we're going to step that back foot forward. The left hand comes up, the right hand comes up. That left heel is on the mat. Take a breath in here and exhale here. Sink into your warrior one. Take another deep breath in here. On the exhale, the hands come to hips and the left foot steps up to meet the right. Inhale in, arms come up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, lead with the heart. Now this forward fold should feel really good. So press into this forward fold. moving a little bit more forward if you can. Bend the knees a little more if you need to, so that your knees are generously reaching, so that your knees are generously bent so that you can reach a little bit deeper into this forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On that halfway lift, pull the heart forward, press the shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, we're going to come up into chair again, so our arms are going to come forward on our inhale as we rise up, and exhale, sink into chair. Inhale in and exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Take another breath in, palms come together, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, reverse one leg all the way up, palms together, exhale, hands to heart. We're going to come into the center or into the center of the mat or off of the center of the mat because we're going to do tree pose, Vriksasana. A little bit of a balance challenge here. So shift your weight into your left foot. The right foot can come into a kickstand, it can come up onto the calf, or it can come up into the thigh, whatever works for you. So bring the hands to heart to start, shift your weight into the left, and then lift the foot to whatever place you can. Whatever works for you and whatever is a part of your practice. Now find your drishti, that's your focal point. One of the things that keeps us from losing our balance is that we don't let our eyes jump around, so find one spot and focus on it. Take a breath in. On the exhale, open your branches wide. You may want to keep your hands at heart. If that's where you're at in your practice, that's fine. Take a breath in, exhale here. Another deep breath in, palms together, exhale, foot to mat, hands to heart. Let's shift to the other side. So your weight goes into the right foot, and you're going to bring that left foot up into wherever you were before, whatever position, or maybe not. It may be that on this side, it's way different for you because it is for a lot of people. And you might need to leave it a little bit lower, or maybe this is the side that you can get your foot all the way up. Either way, ahimsa, take care of yourself. Take a breath in. On the exhale, open your branches wide. Find your drishti, find your focal point, latch onto it. Take another deep breath in here. And on the exhale, palms together, hands to heart, foot to mat. Inhale in, arms come up overhead. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Pressing the shoulders back into that flat back. Heart leads forward. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. And we're going to step back into plank. Hold the plank for one breath. Take a breath in and exhale here. We're just building strength. One more time, inhale in and exhale. Bring the knees to the mat. And we're going to sit back, bring our legs to the front, and come to seated. Well, we're going to come to Dandasana. Straight legs out. Oh, this is too loud. I don't know what happened to my connection there. Sorry. So, now at this point, for the end, we're going to do a twist that I'd like you to do with a prop. So if you have a bolster or you have a blanket that you're using, roll your blanket up and place it over to the left so that you'll have access to it when we go all the way down. But first we're going to do our twist. So we're going to sit nice and tall, pull the spine up, The right foot goes over the left. Now, if this is hard on your knees, either one of the knees, you can leave this foot on the inside of the left leg so that you're not pulling on the knees so much. If it works for you to do it on the outside, then you can do that too. Right hand goes behind the right bum. Your hand is back here to help press the spine up straight. So use that hand. Inhale up with the left hand. Exhale, the left hand wraps around the knee. And we're not going fully into this twist, so just twist a little bit here. We're going to take another set of breaths to go into this twist. So inhale in here and exhale here. Twists are some of my favorite yoga poses, yoga asanas. Inhale in. On the exhale, pull that right shoulder back. If you can, practice ahimsa. Getting more fully into the twist. The twists are a way for us to give ourselves a massage. Inhale in and exhale, release everything to the front. Let's go to the other side. So the right leg comes down, the left foot comes up, left hand behind the bum, left bum. Inhale, arm reaches up, and exhale, just gently, softly, partially twist. Take a couple of breaths here and exhales here, making sure to pull the spine tall, nice and straight. Don't collapse into your twist. Kind of defeats the purpose. But twists are, in my mind, massages. They're not wringing out, which I heard a lot when I was in yoga. The first couple of years I was in yoga, I heard that a lot. But to me, that didn't sound very comfortable. So I tried to reframe it, and massage is what I came up with. Inhale in. On the exhale, pull that left shoulder back a little more. See if you can get a little deeper into that twist. And if not, just hold where you're at. Maybe set your gaze back a little bit towards the left. But when we massage tissues of any sort, when we massage organs or muscles, we stimulate blood flow. And in that blood are all the nutrients that we need to stay alive and to keep healthy and healing. So that's what we do when we twist. That's the gift we give ourselves. Inhale in, on the exhale, release everything to the front. We're going to come all the way down. So slowly lower back. You can bring your knees up if you want to lower back, like you're doing a boat pose. Oops. Maybe take your hair clips out. So, I forgot to tell you. Well, hopefully you got your blanket and your bolster, and it's right here where it needs to be. I'm going to put mine over here so you can see what I'm going to do with it. But before we do that, down here, we're going to lift, we're going to plant our hands down to the side, on each side of to whatever's comfortable. They can be open a little bit. And then we're going to lift our knees up. We're not going to use our hands to pull our knees up. We're going to lift our knees. Then we're just going to kind of lift everything up and kind of press around and see if we can't like get the small of our back pressed into the mat. Move my finger around. Take a deep breath in. Lift the legs all the way up straight. Put the hands behind the calves and pull the legs towards you. Now this is going to get you fully pressed into the mat. This should feel really good on the small of your back. If you did any of the back bends. You can touch your toes and pull them forward. That's good. If not, you can put your hands behind your calves and pull forward. Take a deep breath in here and exhale. Release the legs. Now let the legs do the work. I don't want you to press the hands against the knees yet. Take another deep breath in here and exhale. Release the feet. And we're going to go into windshield wiper. And from windshield wiper, we're going to go into a twist. So take a deep breath in. Feet are as wide as the mat. Knees are up. Exhale, fold over to the right. Inhale up and exhale over to the left. Inhale up, exhale over to the right. Now I don't know if I told you to put your blanket on the left side or the right side, but we're gonna do our twist, extended twist on the left side first. So wherever you have your props, move it to the left side. Inhale up, and on the exhale, you're gonna straighten the left leg, lift the right hip and leg all the way over and let it rest on either a blanket, a block, your bolster, but let it rest on something. Don't let it go all the way down, because this is a different stretch than you get when you release the leg all the way down. See if you can pull that right shoulder back over to the right. It's not going to touch the mat, but pull the shoulder around so that you get a little deeper twist here. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, release the clenching in the left leg. For some reason, we want to clench that other leg when we're extending one leg. Take another deep breath in here and exhale here. Now release that leg. Inhale up. Move your bolster, your blanket, whatever it is that you're using, over to the other side. Inhale in. On the exhale, straighten the right leg, roll it over, lift the left leg up, and place the leg on your prop. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, release the clenching in that right leg. Let it relax. Pull the left shoulder open a little more. Inhale in. Exhale. Relax into this twist. Take another breath in, lifting that left leg up, pulling it back over. Both knees are up. Exhale, pull the knees in towards the chest, using the hands this time. And lift the head, pulling the head in towards the knees. Exhale, release everything back down, setting up for Shavasana. So you're going to let the feet fall open, let everything melt into the mat. Get your blanket if you want it. And I hope that you'll take the time here, even though we're not in a classroom, to do this Shavasana. It's a really important part of your practice. It's as important as anything else that we've done. So Shavasana is the time for doing nothing. Shavasana is the time for you to heal or think about healing. It's the time that it's called corpse pose in English. Shavasana is Sanskrit, and it's the time for us to fold back, die back a little bit, and then, like Phoenix, rise up after we've done our practice and gone through our Shavasana, our resting stage, our healing stage, our pulling back and coming inward. So Shavasana should be moving inward into your body, into your mind. Everything should come inward. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath as you get to the top. Exhale through the mouth. Let everything, all the tension that might be left in your body, go. Take another deep breath in. With this exhale, see if you can relax the muscles around the mouth. Relax the muscles around the eyes, the jaw, let it go loose. Even the crown of the head, let everything relax. Inhale in. On the exhale, let the shoulders melt into the mat. The arms going to give way to any tension. Inhale in. On the exhale, feel your torso as it becomes one with your mat. melting into your mat. The hips sink a little deeper. The feet drop open a little farther. Stay in this state of relaxation just a little bit longer. Coming back into your breath. Maybe wiggle the fingers and toes. It helps to wake everything up. Stretch if you need to. Eventually make your way over to your right side. And then coming to seated, just for a few more minutes, keep the eyes closed. Just a little bit longer. Can you take this practice, ahimsa, with you? Can you move through traffic or dealing with the kids, although there's not a lot of traffic right now, but anything that's challenging that's happening, maybe challenges with technology, that seems to be a struggle these days, but can you take this do no harm with you? Maybe, I think you can. And I like to share words at the end of my practice. Those of you who have been to my classes know this, and I've shared these words before. This is something that Anne Lamott, she's a great author. She's an inspiration to me, but she has said a lot of different things that I've read in some of her books, and this is one of the things that I read that just stuck with me. So anyway, this is Anne Lamott. I do not at all understand the mystery of grace. I only know that it meets us where we are, but does not leave us where it found us. Bringing the hands to heart. Thank you all for coming tonight. Go in peace and health. Namaste.